Hey there. I just came upstairs into the closet to do this portion of whatever it is I'm doing. So welcome to this, whatever it is. Um, so this is the same coffee, and it's quite tasty. I hope it doesn't keep me up. I'm filming this at 6:23 p.m. so that I can get this out um, by 7. Do something a little different here and see where this goes. For the last little while, I've been playing around on Facebook, um, trying to find something new to do and um, um, trying to find, I guess, to some extent, my own personal voice um, and where that all fits in, if it fits in at all. Um, whether my opinion or anybody's opinion for that matter is um, worth listening to or adhering to. Um, uh, so yeah, I've been doing a lot of searching in those regards, and those are the things I'm really interested in right now. So creating the dialogue, I think, is where um, we can all learn. Um, I find that too many people have answers, all the answers, or they claim to have the answers, and when it comes down to it, most of those answers are created from something that they've read or learned by some person telling them, or um, uh, list goes kind of on that one. And yeah, so I've been kind of exploring, consciousness and um, uh, seeing where that actually, takes me. Is there something else beyond this moment in time, or is this moment in time all we have, like the now? Um, there's a lot of different ways of approaching it. Eckhart Tolle and a few others that followed him and or was there way before him. These aren't new ideologies, and is it an ideology? Is it just another religion to think what I think? Is it just a construct or a construct of my mind? Um, so yeah, I don't know exactly where this particular thing is going. Is what I'm trying to say. I do have some thoughts on things. I have some opinions on things, and those opinions aren't fact. I do know this. In fact, I don't trust my own opinions quite often because I do realize that most of what I've learned, um, thought I've learned, or I thought I knew, was something that someone just told me at some point in time. And that's not really right now good enough for me because it's highly fallible, and your memory of it's fallible as well. So um, yeah, I'm gonna just take a little sip here of my coffee with a little bit of sip. I think I said that's English, by the way. Mm. Yeah, so those are the type of things that I want to explore. Now, I know that's not for everybody, and I get it. My mom might not even watch this because it's not her bag, or maybe it is her bag. Like we've been talking about this. Why am I putting words in my mom's mouth? I shouldn't do that because fact is that she is open to listening to anybody because she listens to me every day. So yeah, I don't know why I said the thing I said before, but you know, I give myself a little bit of leniency in that department because sometimes our words and what we say is not directly correlated or directly linked to the idea or the flavor of it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but so yeah, and I'm not really great at this format, or didn't think that I was. Um, and it seems I've always kind of tried to stay away from things that were all about me, but everything that I've done in life, it seems like that is probably the case, or it seems like it's the case because, at a theater company, I'm good in public. I've done all sorts of things that involved people and um, whatnot. But yeah, I was trying to go a different route on this, and this is what I got right now. This is what I feel relatively comfortable doing. And if it doesn't have to be entertaining. Hopefully we're all learning together. I really like questions or comments, or I'm really interested in talking about issues. Like we could talk about all, I'm not really interested in politics, but I do talk about politics with Andy quite a bit. So that's kind of what we did, and I just did another taping of something that just happened. So Andy and I had a discussion downstairs, and we covered a few things like some spiritual matters, and Andy has a different perspective than me, but we can usually come to like an agreement in that there are some solid truths that just are. So I've really appreciated having him in my life for the last 3 months, being able to bounce ideas back and forth, and he's super smart when it comes to politics and people and group dynamics and shit like that. So those are things that I'm quite interested in as well. So um, I was just noticing that I didn't think about this, is that my battery life is at 13%, but that's okay because maybe this is just going to be a little short one, and that's fine too. So I'm kind of winging it here until maybe we don't actually. I'm gonna. I'm just gonna say that I wanted to discuss some of the stuff that I wrote on Facebook just recently, and because I'm doing a new thing here where I'm not asking questions, I'm just kind of going with the flow of what is going on up here, and then I'm trying to translate it to more like here, and then maybe that'll solidify it maybe in my mind a little bit more, so that I have a better understanding of the shit that I'm saying, and I think in correlation with other people like yourself, um, we'll be able to come to a common ground on I think most things. So and there's proof to that. I've been able to do that quite a bit with people. I think in a lot of ways there's a shift in the movement going on where people are more attentive to a certain side of life, and they're more open to experiencing new things, um, um, or coming to better conclusions on certain subjects, or optimizing whatever we do so that we have a better quality of life or something like that. So it's not just spiritual matters; it's practical matters. Um, but I do believe that because there's proof of it, that when we really dig deep into some of the problems, we ask the important questions, and then we come to like a core belief, and then work our way out from that, then um, then we're on to something. Um, I don't think that's new. I think it's needed. That's my evaluation of things. I could be wrong too. So I'm anytime that anybody wants to comment or or disagree, that's a good thing. We should be questioning each other constantly, in regards to what we put out as truth, especially. So yeah, but like, I was also thinking that there's a huge difference between. Well, I was just thinking about this recently, but like I've been piecing it together before that, and how there's a difference between what truth is and what God is. There's a difference, but they're they're linked uh, to a large extent, where it's almost you can't see the difference between the two. But truth is a function, as I see it. Truth is a function, and God is the um, source of it all, or the um, incomprehensible being, and that's even, you're putting words to something that you can't even put words to. It's not. It's the nameless, whatever you want to call it. So many words for it, but then it muddles everything, like Yahweh, God, Source, Creator. Who cares? Who fucking cares? So these are the things that I've been looking into, and I know it's a source of a problem, and using certain words. So words are important. What we say is important. It's important that not only what we say, that we understand, um, that other people understand what we're saying. You can over intellectualize things, right? Or you can dumb it down to such a degree that it doesn't even make any sense, or whatever. You can go an opposite way. But the truth normally, and I was just talking about this with my mom, is that truth is really simple when it comes down to it. Like the core, the truth of every matter is normally very simple. So it is there's um, it's it's in our favor if we try to narrow down the truth, and to kind of uh, simplify it a little bit, because that will unite us a lot more than we are right now, I think. But then again, maybe this is just me projecting my own thoughts, and maybe those are not to be trusted. So this is just as much for me as it hopefully is for you. Um, a big part of me believes that this is hugely important. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it or wasting my time on it. So yeah, I think I'm going to end off there. I'm at 9% right now. I can always go and get the power cord, but I'm going to just end it off here. But I'm going to keep it uncut like this for the next little while, and I'm going to keep it up. It depends where the conversation goes in my mind. But 13 minutes right now is, I think, just enough to be annoying for some people. So I want to get out while I'm just annoying, and they might come back later. Okay, so thanks for the talk.